Hi everybody, so today's video is also going to be pretty serious like the last one, but I've been thinking about this the last few days and I felt inclined to speak up about it. And so I have a few notes here, so if I'm looking down, that's the reason why I'm just referring to the notes so that I can stay on track. I want to address a few things. This is the Dear White AuthorTube video. First of all, I'm a non-black person of color, and so I don't want to be speaking over the voices of black people. So, this might not be the perfect approach, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to stay silent on something I feel really passionately about. I want to say this might not be a perfect approach, but I think we as non-black authortubers, myself as a person of color authortuber who is non-black, I think we need to be doing better, and so that's what this video is going to be addressing, but particularly white AuthorTube, because the AuthorTube community is primarily white. The top channels, most of them are white, to my knowledge at least, and so this might be a little bit all over the place. This is not for like a trigger for white AuthorTubers to run and make a video and be performative in a way that isn't educating to themselves. This video is more for you to ask yourself, if you are a white AuthorTuber who has not addressed this issue on your YouTube platform, why? Interrogate the privilege that allows you to do that, and that's really what this video is for. It's not so that you can run out and be performative about it, it's so that you can reflect and be an active ally. It's important not to center yourself if you are a white AuthorTuber or a non-black AuthorTuber like myself. If you don't want to mix politics, this is also a human rights issue, but if you don't want to do that, which to me doesn't make much sense, you need to address why your platform essentially matters more than addressing very much a human rights issue, and that's something that I want to talk about today. And this is probably going to be my last video addressing white people. I think we need to be recentering the voices of black people. Right now, I'm going to be talking about some black AuthorTubers shortly after this disclaimer, but yeah, I just want to put that out there. Before I start this video, I want to use my platform. It's not the biggest platform, but I want to use my platform on YouTube as an AuthorTuber to voice the channels of some black AuthorTubers. I found this list off of a live stream that I found on YouTube. I will link it. It was a live stream for black AuthorTubers. I'll link it in the description. But in that video, there is also a link to another video about black AuthorTubers and black booktubers. So I strongly encourage you to check out those resources, and if you have any other black AuthorTubers who I miss on this list, please list them in the description. I would love to support these black AuthorTubers. So we have Kashay Warren, Aphrodite Lee, Tamara Woods, Tawana K. Watson, The Naked Firefly, Lizelle Sambury, Dal Tillery, Dahlia De Winters, Elsie Clements, Alec Lee Williams, JC Carpenter, Morgan Lee, and Grape Fry. So please check out these AuthorTubers. I've written a letter to white AuthorTube and I'm gonna read it. I don't want to sensationalize this. I really struggled with the idea of making this video because I am not black. I am a Canadian person of color. My parents are immigrants from Guyana. I identify as Caribbean. Guyana consists of multi-ethnicities, and it's a nationality, so it's not my ethnicity, and so as a mixed Guyanese person, I am mixed with Indian, I am mixed with Chinese, I'm mixed with indigenous, and a whole bunch of other things we don't know because I'm very mixed. But as a mixed Guyanese person, I do not know the experience of a black person, and I really struggled with the idea of making this video because I don't want to talk over black voices. I don't want to talk for black voices. At this point, I just want to make this video to address white AuthorTube, and I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or if this is the right approach. I wanted to voice something because I've been feeling this way, not even just recently, but for so long, and so I wanted to finally come on here and voice these things because I think it's important. This community is overwhelmingly white. It's pretty easy. If you look up AuthorTube, most of the channels that are going to pop up are white. So this is my letter. It's just some questions, and this is particularly for white AuthorTubers. This does not exclude non-black people of color like myself who are AuthorTubers. But in particular, I'm emphasizing white AuthorTubers here. I will have a whole bunch of resources that I included in my last video about Black Lives Matter in the description. I will include places you can donate, and if you can't donate, places you can donate if you have no money, like streaming videos. I will link those, and I will link readings. And I read this quote in the last video. I didn't write it down exactly, so excuse me if I'm misquoting it, but it is from Angela Davis, and the quote is, "In a racist society, it is not enough to be non-racist, we must be anti-racist." That's really what I'm focusing on in this video. We need to be anti-racist, and the white community here on AuthorTube, which is a very white community in general, you need to do better, and that's what this video is here to say. Okay, so dear white AuthorTubers, where are you? How are you using your YouTube platform to support the Black Lives Matter movement? Sorry, I need a second. Okay, I'm gonna continue the video with my glasses off. Let me start that again. There's so much hate in the world, and right now we need love. We need people who are willing to support other people publicly because they are unafraid of what it will look like for their image. We need people in this world who are going to be allies, who are going to support the people who need it right now, and right now that's the Black community. Alright, I'm gonna start again. Okay. I guess one of these points is addressed in this letter, I guess. It's not really a letter, it's more because I just have to read it off of the paper. They're just points that I'm bringing up. So, I address this. I know that some AuthorTubers on here have addressed this issue, whether in a video or on the community post. I think because this is a video platform, it's really important to speak out in some way, and if you have over 1,000 subscribers, you will have a community tab. So to me, the lack of voice on here is a little bit ridiculous, especially since it's really not that difficult to make a short video, and I know it might not come across in this video, but I'm angry. I wish there was more solidarity, there was more union, there was more love, there was more support, there was more voice in this community for something that's so important, rather than content that doesn't address the issue by any means. In it, people who are radio silent, people who use this movement to push their own content. I am pretty upset about it, but I'm gonna try to just make these points and talk about it a little bit in this video. Let me put these bad boys back on because I don't think I'm gonna cry again. Maybe I'm wrong. So this is for the people on here who have not addressed anything at all on the YouTube platform. And obviously this is not just for AuthorTube itself. YouTube is quite silent right now, especially white creators. I think that that's really unfortunate. But because I belong to this community, and because this community is primarily white, I want to bring this up. Okay. Dear white AuthorTube, where are you? How are you using your YouTube platform to support the Black Lives Matter movement? Are you staying silent? If yes, why? How are you using your channel to spread support, resources, and education for your viewers? Are you continuing program as usual and pretending you don't have a duty as a white creator to use your voice? And if you are, have you assessed the privilege that allows you to do that? I can't help but notice the top biggest AuthorTubers with 50, 60, 100, 200,000 subscribers are blissfully silent on YouTube. And why? If you have a large following, use it. And if now is when you start, what are you doing so that your viewers of color, but especially your black viewers right now are the people that we're centering, what are you doing so that they know that you're backing them? Are you using the movement to boost your content instead of sharing important resources, instead of actually speaking about this? Are you just using it as a means to get people to click on your videos? Are you staying silent out of fear of losing subscribers ad revenue, book sales? And if so, why is your brand and money more important than education and supporting Black lives? Because Black lives matter. I wonder, is it because people don't want to, again, get affiliated with politics? And while this is also a political movement, I also think it's a movement of human rights, Black rights in particular. And again, where are you? Right now, I've seen a few of you address Black Lives Matter on YouTube. And, you know, a few including myself because I'm also non-Black. But the majority have stayed silent. So my white AuthorTubers, for you, who are silent on their YouTube platforms, why? Why are you silent? Why is silence what you go to first when an issue like this occurs? Why can't we hear more from this primarily white community about this issue that could affect the people who buy your books, the people who watch your videos, the people who support you, the people who are fans of you? You know, again, it's not really a call out, more of just a whole bunch of questions I have, and that I've been having, because this issue's heartbreaking, and to see nobody address it, very few people address it in the community, is really upsetting, especially some of the top AuthorTubers. I have seen nothing, and if I do see something, it's like one thing, not off of YouTube. But if your platform is on YouTube, you have an audience, and to me, that's why it's very important to be addressing your audience, because a lot of people have 100,000, 80,000, 70,000, 40,000, 30,000 subscribers on here, and that's a lot of people. It's so important to be using your voice. Even if you think nobody cares, nobody's gonna listen, I'm only one creator, you know, 30,000 people is a lot of people. I have, at the time of filming this, 1.2k people watching my videos, and that's a lot of people, and that's why I'm gonna speak out about this. Why? You know, and I'm not gonna center myself in this video, but all I can say is, you know, where I go to school, I'm from Toronto. I live in a very diverse city. There's still racism here. Nobody is immune to racism. Where I go to school is a very woke area. I have had a professor say I don't understand the definition of white supremacy to me. I have had people say things, Sarah had a woman say that, you know, we must be going to an occasion because the group we were with was so multicultural, like we didn't belong, I guess, in the city just as normal people hanging out on a weekend. There had to be an occasion for our existence in the city. And I go to a university, and this is very common, I guess, in university institutions that pride themselves on being diverse, that strictly use diverse people, like, and Black people, in their advertisements, whereas their population and what they do for their Black, Indigenous, people of color students, absolutely nothing. There's nothing. I'm not Black. I cannot imagine that. I can't imagine that experience. And why more people aren't empathetic to that, and why more people aren't using their platforms to talk about that. I don't understand. If you can, please donate as much as you can. My friend Shaylin, one of her friends, is running a reading next week, so you just need to donate to Black Visions Collective and send the receipt to an email, and you will get the Zoom link so you can engage in the digital reading. So if you can, please donate and attend the reading if you can. There are so many resources that you can be donating to right now, and if you are non-Black like myself, please use your position to educate people in your life that may be saying ignorant things, that may not understand why this is important. Use your power. Use your white privilege if you are white. And just because we're a smaller section of YouTube doesn't exempt us from addressing these things. It's not like we don't exist. We exist as a community, and so this community needs to do better. Leave your favorite Black AuthorTubers in the comments. Leave your favorite Black authors in the comments. Right now, we really, really, really need to be uplifting Black creators. If you're not addressing this, because you're afraid of politics or backlash or people not buying your book anymore or not pre-ordering your book anymore, other things like that. You need to reassess your privilege and please use it for positive outcome and for actual change. Do not just be a static ally. We need to be active about this. And so my sister and I are still running the portrait commissions. All of the proceeds will go to Black Lives Matter. But in the last video, I also linked a whole bunch of resources that you can donate to if you'd rather donate directly to the non-Black POC AuthorTube community. We need to do better, but particularly to my white AuthorTube community on here. Do better, because we see you. We see the people who aren't saying things. We know who you are, and your audience knows. And right now, it's really important that you throw away your author ego or your brand or whatever, and you care, because right now that's what we need to be doing. So I don't know why I had to make this video, because I feel like this should be intrinsic. I feel like it should be quite obvious. If you have a platform, you need to be speaking out on it. But since so little of this community, especially, you know, the white AuthorTube community, has come out about this in a meaningful way, I wanted to make this video because I had thoughts. Sorry that I got so emotional, and I haven't been able to unget emotional. I'm still emotional. It's been really heavy, and I can't imagine how my Black viewers are feeling. So if I can do anything for you, if you need to talk to anybody, please reach out to me. I see you. To my Black viewers, I hear you. I'm sending love to you, and I'm supporting you. Okay, I have to end this video because I'm gonna go cry now. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. White AuthorTube, we need to do better. That's gonna be this video. All of the information for education and donations will be in the description. I'll also pin a comment where you guys can put your favorite Black creators, even like Black musicians and stuff. Any Black creator in comments. Okay, that's gonna be it for today.